The following program has been generously funded by the Patterson Foundation. This book is cool.
Hello, welcome to This Book is Cool. My name is Beth Duda, and I'm the director of the Suncoast Campaign for grade level reading. And today I am so happy to be sharing with you the book that we're going to feature, Charlotte's Web. It's been one of my favorite books ever since I was a child, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you today. This book was written by E.B. White, and the pictures in the book were created by Garth Williams. Today, we have a special guest to talk to us about why she thinks this book is cool. With us from the Sarasota Herald Tribune, we have Carrie Seidman. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Beth. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm delighted to have you with us today.
Thank you for inviting me and inviting me to talk about one of my favorite books, too.
There's something very special about Charlotte's Web that I think makes it a favorite book of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people. Can you explain one of the reasons why you think this book is cool?
You know, for me, it's an especially special book because part of what it speaks to is the power of the written word. And obviously, as a journalist for my whole life, that's something that's very near and dear to my heart. And the other thing it speaks to is the power of friendship. And, you know, that's another thing that I just feel so strongly about and feel so fortunate to have so many friends who support me and lift me up in my work as a writer.
I think one of the reasons why the book has remained a favorite of mine is I had an opportunity many years ago when I was an actor to be in 2 different productions of Charlotte's Web. I probably performed the show more than 100 times.
Now, on behalf of the governors of the fair, I take the honor of presenting a special award of $25 to Mr. Zuckerman and a handsome bronze medal, which far outshines any blue ribbon, to this radiant, this terrific, this humble pig.
But what you said about the power of friendship, that the friendships carry all of the characters through even the most difficult times.
But we still have to worry about the future. Your life is not secure yet.
I know, but I can face anything with a friend like you. A friendship is one of the most satisfying things in the whole world.
You better believe it, Buster.
But there are very deep lessons within it about how to be a good friend and about loyalty.
Why did you do all this for me? I've never done anything for you.
You have been my friend. That in itself is a tremendous thing. After all, what's a life anyway?
The power of writing and the power of language. And regardless of your age, maybe at each age you take this book on a different level. I know I've read it over and over again, and I'm long past school age, but I read it again in preparation to talk with you about the book, and I think I take something new from it every time I read it.
I have to agree with you. I had the very same experience. I shared with you that I'm very familiar with the story, but in preparation for today, I read the book again and found myself with the same feelings of exhilaration and joy that I remember, and periods of deep sorrow. The book, I think, shares a range of emotion, but at the conclusion of the book, it makes me feel more human and gives me an appreciation for the humanity and the friendships that are all around us.
I think that speaks to the brilliance of E.B. White. You know, very little detail, small details that he puts in as a writer that just stunned me. Like throw in words that probably younger readers may not know and somehow weave their definition into the story very naturally. Or the children are going to the fair, taking Wilbur the pig to the fair, and their parents give them money to go off and play on the midway on the fairground, and the father gives his daughter 2 quarters and 2 dimes, and gives the son 5 dimes and 4 nickels, which really makes the reader go, now did they get the same amount? You know, so there's like this little math lesson built into this too, you know? So it was really stunning to me how just pitch perfect his writing is all the way throughout.
I love that description of it, pitch perfect. I think that's very apropos. One of the things I admire about his observation of not only the different animals that he's writing about, but all of the humans that are in the story is how astute his descriptions are. They make you feel like you know the people and the animals in the book, and not that you're necessarily admiring all of them all the time. I love the character of Templeton the rat, but I also dislike Templeton the rat.
Templeton is very greedy and hungry all the time. And Wilbur is a little needy for attention sometimes and doesn't always think about Charlotte's needs. I think anybody can relate to all of those as characteristics within themselves and the people around them.
I think that's one of the things that makes the book a book that we can revisit over and over and over again, that we recognize ourselves and recognize our neighbors, and we recognize how important it is for all of us to work together. The book only works because of all of those characters bringing their strengths to their project to get Wilbur a medal at the fair, and it takes all of them working together to accomplish something really extraordinary. And I think that's a great message of hope in the book, and I hope something that we continue to learn from.
While there is sadness at the end of the book, there is also continuation of the life cycle that sends a message that this is the natural process, and there is sadness, but there will be joy again, and there is heartbreak, but there will be friendship again. E.B. White describes Charlotte the spider as a good writer and a good friend, which is hard to find in combination with each other. And I read that line and I just thought, oh my gosh, I hope that maybe that should be on my tombstone. I would love for my tombstone to be a good writer and a good friend. Those are very high aspirations.
Well, I want to thank you for being with us today. This was you being a very good friend for us and all of the people in the audience, and I read you all the time in the newspaper, and I think you're a very good writer. So I would say today, thumbs up, good writer and a good friend.
Thank you so much, Beth, and thanks for asking me to share my love of reading and my love of this book with your viewers.
It was joyful to talk to Carrie Seidman about Charlotte's Web. Joyful when you are able to share something that you have great affection for with someone else who also has great affection for it. This would be a great book to read as a family. I think you'll find that the book is powerful for adults and for children. E.B. White did a magnificent job writing Charlotte's Web, and also included a lot of fabulous words for our word bank. The first word we're going to put in our word bank is the word wobbled. Wobbled means to move unsteadily from side to side. E.B. White describes the way the goose and the gander walk by saying they wobble. The next word for our word bank is the word blissful. Blissful. That means extremely happy or full of joy. Our next word for the word bank is the word racket. Racket. That means an unpleasantly loud noise. A racket. We're going to add the word gleam to our word bank. Gleam. That means to shine brightly, especially with reflected light. To gleam. And the last word for our word bank today is the word frolic. Frolic. That means to play and move around cheerfully, excitedly, or energetically. Words are very important in the book Charlotte's Web. Charlotte, the spider, decides to make Wilbur an extraordinary pig by using words that she weaves into her web. They send Templeton the rat out to discover words that he finds in old magazines or in litter that has been left by the side of the road. And Templeton comes back with a selection of words that Charlotte is then able to take to weave into her beautiful webs. Discovering words and using words in art is our activity for today. We have here words that we discovered in magazines and in different articles on the internet. And we've taken the words that are meaningful to us and we've cut them out and we've arranged them in our own piece of art. So on this, we have the words explore, courageous, power, play, win, smart, success, and a lot of other words. By using these words and putting them all together into a piece of art, they can become inspirational for you. They can remind you of the things that you think are important. If you put together your own collection of meaningful words, I hope you'll take a picture of it and share it with us. You can send it to us at connect@grade-level-reading-suncoast.net. I hope you will read this book and share it with the people that you really like. And I hope perhaps in a few years you'll pick up this book and read it again. Reading truly is the key to succeeding. Until we meet again, my friends, bye-bye for now.